I got so caught up in a train of thought, I lost a good, felt like an hour and 20 minutes, 26 minutes, since I didn't get anything recorded. It added to my relaxation. It was like a rest because I was just thinking what I wanted to think. And it was just for a second, but it was progressing me in many ways. But it was still leaning towards just relaxing, thinking. And I absorbed a lot, taking in everything. It's so well planned out at this point. We have exactly all we need to face this situation at the best possible way we could have faced it, given what we had before us. Except for one thing that was from a past not getting enough recognition for what we had, and because it had an expiry date for such a thing that doesn't go bad, a nose cleaner, those don't go bad. But the fact that it had an expiry date, I still threw it out. I could have used it. It wouldn't have been as good, but it wouldn't have been completely useless. And if whatever happens after the meeting happens, either way, it's still worth the reason to have given myself that option given this moment, because I could have needed it, despite it not being completely everything I needed, but it would have been needed. It just means it would have kind of burned a little bit, or it might not have worked as well. But I would have only needed it to work a little bit because it was so good to work with to begin with. I know it would have never gone bad if I just thought about it more. It's just that they have to make a profit off it, so they re-prescribe it, even though it doesn't get all used. Even though it's only being used by the same person, and there's not anything being contaminated, so it can still be used. But they just want to reorder it to collect off a prescription for cleaning my nose. Because the air is so fresh that I'm taking it through my mouth instead of my nostrils. I take deep breaths all at once, and it feels like my mind gets to think more rapid because it has supplemented air by the masses. My mouth, a secondary option for cleanliness, but given the time it is well used, to little disadvantage than, say, if it was boiling hot out, then I could understand you need your nose. Because bacteria rapidly grows in heat, but it stays deterred in the cold. We have cold. It's cold, but the sun is out, but it's still cold. And the air, this is the last of the air that we get that's good and natural from the cold that we want. After this, the air we breathe is going to be so hot, and it's going to be nothing like what we were used to. The kids will adapt because they're brand new, and this is all they know. They get used to it. But as you grow older with the climate change, it affects you. That hot air, it really flexes you. So I'm breathing through my mouth to get the most of the last good air that I actually want to breathe. A lot of. Which I'm doing. Through my mouth. We got it all. I don't know why the doctor calls after being at work for almost an hour just to say, I got your messages, because one was left 12 minutes after you had last called. Fair enough, it's when you left. I thought I had the day off for the first time in 3 weeks, not seeing you either every day or every other day. Fine. In my fault to having marijuana in my system. But there was a reason. I do not currently sustain myself in that kind of living, honestly, and I was at fault for believing at my newly met neighbor's house that his vaporizer was for nicotine, because that's all I known them to be. I always like to see a new nicotine intake because it attracts my system and it gets me back into it, because I get bored of mine. Honestly, it feels different. It's the juice. I have the same juice. If I bought a million different juices and I actually used the thing and I actually ran out and got to feel a different taste, then yeah. But the fact is, I don't use it, the taste is always the same, and I don't even have the choice to pick a different liquid because I don't have all that many, because I don't use it. I smoke cigarettes. It's just easy, you just light it. But people who can improve their health by doing it costs more. That's another reason I don't do it. Things can mess up easily. I'm known to make simple mistakes because I think I can find a better way. Or I'm just not as safe. I live in the moment. If it falls out of your pocket, it does, whatever. But those easy ones to use that cost a lot, that's instant health for the price, and it's worth it. But on top of everything I'm already paying for, even though it's worth it, the fact that I don't have it now is the fact I don't tempt my body into knowing that I can give it that. And the stress from not being able to pay it isn't there. I could do it. Like, it's way better. But for the steel smokes are 11 cents a smoke, $2 a pack. You just light it up. And that vape's good to use too, but if you forget to charge it still, fine. Smokes all around. It's just the easy choice to make. They give you every choice. The cheap, easy choice. Or the somewhat expensive, healthy choice that is really hobbyish. It takes a lot out of you. It's almost like a hobby. You can make them that. If you buy such a special mod, and it has all these readings, and you can change everything, temperature and all that, smoking becomes a hobby on this computer vape, if you want to get that involved. And then there's people who will pay the extra dollars even on top of that, and just get a simple vape that replicates the smoke better but costs what it does. It's easy to use like a smoke. It has drastic health benefits compared to the smoke. It's not a benefit, it's just a benefit you're not having a smoke. There's the slight disadvantage if you ever forget to charge it. You could easily have a backup. But if you lose one, I don't know. You shouldn't lose one. For that price, I don't want to lose it. It's like, really? Frick. Don't think you're ever going to lose anything. Just know you have it. I take everything into factor, even though it's not really there. It's the smarter choice for your body. You know you got to start working. What? It's only been 3 weeks at days, but it's only part-time. It's worth it, though. Where do I go on? It's like I have so much to talk for the moment, but there's so much I want to get to, and there's so much I want to explain about the whole thing. And there's no possible way I could do it all. So the thought is, why even bother? But that's just my thing. I like to do it. So if I'm a little sloppy, because I'm not always into it, because I can always pace at whatever need I need to just keep it going. But honestly, someone needs to say it. It's not going to be perfect, but if you got reason to believe, you can be the person to open the world's eyes and get them to believe that they need to focus on global warming like everyone does before anything. How do you say that enough? How do you get them to understand that enough that they will actually stop the lives that they are living just to pursue something they don't know anything about? But it is simple. It doesn't take much effort. It is easy, and it will work. Because that's all that was ever needed. Man was never supposed to know so much without knowing anything at all. We can't know everything or anything until we know it all. Only then are all answers justified, and at that point, no one knows not what's wrong. But life isn't supposed to be perfect. But it sure isn't hell supposed to let the earth lose life because man didn't give it enough notice. Save the world. Stop going to work.